Hello everybody, this is Tyler here once again from the Our Games channel, and as you can see on the right is, oh, there she is, she just came up on the table. That's my new cat, Scarlet. We've had her for about a couple weeks now, and I see she's already interested in what I have to showcase today. Yeah, anyways, thank you, Scarlet. Gonna try to do this while she's interfering, I guess you can say. Anyways, so today I'm gonna be showcasing a full case of these Beatles Yellow Submarine Titans vinyl figures. It has been about, at this point, over a year since I last did one of these types of videos, and yeah, I was lucky enough to find a full case of these not too long ago, and I decided, you know, I'm going to open these because I saw the Beatles Yellow Submarine movie like twice at this point, and honestly I was kind of interested knowing that Titans did a whole set featuring these characters from this film. And one thing that's really interesting I've noticed about this particular set from Titans is that there are no rare figures or chase figures. So every figure in this set, according to the ratios, are all either 2 in 20 or 1 in 20. So by default I should be getting everybody in this set. So that's kind of cool that you could basically get a whole case of these and basically get the whole set and not have to worry about going after like chase figures or whatever like the other Titan sets tend to do. Anyway, so there's a look at the full case, and let's take a look at one of these boxes here. There we go. So this is what the boxes look like individually. There are all the characters on the side, and then some more characters over here. Box contains one random figure, 2 chase variants to find, and love, which the chase variants here are a variant of the blue meanie and then a variant of the Yellow Submarine itself, which, if you see from the rarities, are both 1 in 20 right there. So by default, according to that ratio, you should be getting one of these per case, so I shouldn't be that worried. But with that being said, let's not waste any time and let's start opening these guys up. Now, a couple other things to point out about this particular set from Titans is that this was the first set I did that was not Doctor Who related, because for a while prior to this release of this set, they only did Doctor Who figures. So it was interesting for them to do something outside of this. And oh, what do you know? By default, I think I already have one of the chase figures. I have the blue meaty variant. So this is basically him with a flower on his nose, and flower's kind of almost bendy a little bit. So better be careful with that. And yeah, so the blue meanie variant is 1 in 20, so you should be getting this guy, one of this guy per case, so there we go. Let me tilt this camera down so you can see some of the figures. Alright, box number 2. So as I pointed out before, this is like interesting that like, basically if you're gonna get a full set of these figures, you won't have to worry about chasing after anybody. And alright, so this is the regular Yellow Submarine right here, the main vehicle in the film. There we go. And the Yellow Submarine is 2 in 20. Makes sense, since, well, of course, can't really be the Beatles Yellow Submarine without the Yellow Submarine, am I right? And speaking on topic of the Beatles Yellow Submarine film, it's a absolutely gorgeous looking film, animation wise, and of course if you're a Beatles fan and you love their music, there's a lot of that in there. There's probably like, I think to my knowledge, a dozen different songs in that movie, and they're all absolutely fantastic. And this is, if I can get it out of the bag. Okay, this is another submarine, as expected, 2 in 20. Alright, and now the last box in the front row. Alright, this one feels, I don't know, a tad bit heavier than the others. I'm kind of curious what this one is. Oh, and what do you know? It is another Yellow Submarine, however, this one's completely different. It's got a big old grin on its face, as you can see right there. Really cool. Now, as I mentioned before, I've only seen this movie twice, and I'm not exactly sure, like, when in the movie the submarine, like, gets this. I have no clue, but it looks cool regardless, so there we go. So I already have both of the mystery variants that were mentioned on the box, and As I pointed out before, they're both 1 in 20, so they're not rare. Not a single rare figure in this set, thankfully. Gonna keep pointing this out multiple times throughout the video. And surprisingly, we don't have any of the Beatles yet. Wonder if that'll change. And oh, wait, never mind. It's not a Beatle. It's Captain Fred, the captain of the Yellow Submarine, and of course the main guy who came to the Beatles to help them out with Pepperland. There he is right there. Looks pretty good. Like the look on his face. Nice little, simple but nice detail on his suit right there. And Captain Fred's a 1 in 20, so should only get one of him in a case. And yeah, not only was this the first Titans set that was not Doctor Who related, this was also the first set they did that was based on like an animated franchise. And the only other time they would do that was with Cartoon Network and Archer. So there's that. And I think this is, yep, this is Jeremy. Jeremy Hillary Boob, I believe is his full name. There he is right there. They did a absolutely fantastic job on the face sculpt. That looks very movie accurate, if I do say so myself. He's got a little pink fluffy tail right there. There he is, and he's 1 in 20 as well. So, noticing besides Yellow Submarine, we're getting a lot of the uncommon figures, the 1 in 20s, so I wonder if all the Beatles are in the back. We'll see about that. 7 boxes in. And this is the regular Blue Meanie right there. So I already showcased the variants. So this is the regular one without the flower on its nose. And this Blue Meanie's 2 in 20, so should be getting 2 of this guy in the case. Put him right next to Jeremy. Alright, we're already 40% done with this case. And I wouldn't be surprised. Titans tends to, and not just Titans, but like other companies too, tend to like put the common figures right next to one another in a case. And what do you know? I was correct. Another Blue Meanie. I better hurry this up because camera battery's starting to get a bit low over here. Oh, this box does not want to open. Man, they glued that one really tight. Really had to tear to that one, don't I? Alright, let's see what this is. And, oh, we finally have a Beetle, but he's in his Sgt. Pepper uniform. This is John, right there. Get a good look at him. Looks really neat. And John in his Sgt. Pepper outfit is a 1 in 20, so... And I think all the Beatles in their Sgt. Pepper uniforms are 1 in 20, so with those variants... They're only 1 per case, while I think all the Beatles in their regular uniforms are 2 in 20. Alright, now we're finally halfway through the case, and this is another Sgt. Pepper uniform, this one being Paul. There we go, there's a good look at his face right there, and his green hair and beard. Right there. I love these figures, man. They're really, really colorful, and it matches the movie perfectly with the way they look, and I would say definitely face sculpture wise and printing very movie accurate. And the next figure we have is this is another Sgt. Pepper guy. Who is it? This is Ringo. There we go, Ringo Starr. I gotta say, out of all the Beatles that they made into animated forms in the movie, I think Ringo's was probably the strangest one because of his eyes. I don't know why his eyes look like that. They look like little black one-eyed fish. I don't know. But really cool figure. Love the wings on the hat, by the way. Really nice. Just gonna put him right back there. Alright, and knowing how this, these past couple boxes have been going, I'll bet you anything this next figure is probably George in his Sgt. Pepper uniform, and I am correct. There we go. Nice. Got a blonde color this time around on his beard and hair. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to bring up about the Titans figures. Their arms move and their heads move, so they got some articulation, which is really cool. There's another look at George right there. And as I mentioned before, the Beatles in their yellow I almost said Yellow Submarine. In their Sergeant Pepper uniforms are all 1 in 20, so judging by those ratios, I do believe the last 8 boxes we have should be each of the Beatles. So let's get that started. And the first one, I believe this is, Ringo in his regular look right there. Nice little blue and red shirt with what looks like an orange and purple tie, I believe. Sorry if my voice sounds like it's cracking. I'm actually recording this like late at night, so I'm trying not to like wake anybody else in the house. So there we go. There's regular Ringo, put him right there, and him and the other regular Beatles are 2 in 20. Makes sense because they are the main characters, and of course, you gotta have the Beatles, of course, especially if you're a fan of the band and the movie, like myself. And yep, as Titans typically does it, another Ringo right there. All right, 3 more Beatles to go. John, Paul, and George. Curious which boxes will get them in. All right, next one. Oh, this one has like a strong smell to it. Interesting, new plastic. This is George right there. I love it. I love the swaying hair he has. That's really cool. He's got a brown shirt on. What looks like, can't tell if that's like supposed to be black pants or that's black boots. I'm not sure, but there we go. There's George Harrison right there. Put him right next to Ringo down there. Another 2 in 20 figure, of course. And funny enough, this wasn't the only Beatles Yellow Submarine set that Titans did. They also did a Series 2 a couple years later called All Together Now, which, by the way, here's another George, which featured the Beatles in a black and white color scheme, so it, literally just the same Beatles in the regular uniforms right there, except black and white, which is kind of cool. And they had them looking all old, like in that one sequence in the film where they, I guess, went through some sort of time thing and they got older, I guess. And there we go. Oh, there's the man himself, John Lennon. I honestly debate like which Beatle like had the best look in the Yellow Submarine movie. And I think John's definitely up there as one of them. I love like the way his glasses look, his mustache, his hairstyle looks really neat. Love him. And just like the other Beatles, he's 2 in 20. So I'll bet you anything this next box will be another John. And in addition to those new variants of the Beatles, they have like some of the other Blue Meanie members that were not figures in Series 1, like the, like, I think Max was his name, the Blue Meanie's sidekick. There's another John Lennon. And then there was a 4-headed bulldog, I believe, was one of the figures. And then there was the apple bonker. There was the snapping turtle Turk, I believe it was called. And then I think there was like a black and white variant of the submarine, and also a variant of the submarine that was like, that had water. It was like coming up the shore, I guess. And anyways, here's the last of the Ringos. There's Paul McCartney right there, looking nice. Like I said, really colorful figures. Love how accurate they look to the movies. Not much else to say. Put them right there in between the other submarines. Last box here, which is, I mean, I don't know why I'm even bothering to open this, but, you know, I know it's going to be another Paul, but just in case it's not, I'd be pleasantly surprised, because it's not too often Titans does, like, misprints on, like, rarities of the figures, and, yep, just as I expected, Mr. McCartney again. Alright, so that was about it for the full case. There's everybody we got, which is literally everybody, as I mentioned. There's no chase figures in here. Everybody's either a 2 in 20 or 1 in 20, so you're guaranteed to get everybody, so that's awesome. And that's one of the main reasons why I got this full case, not only because I love Yellow Submarine and I think it's an awesome movie, but also because you pretty much get everybody if you get a full case and not have to worry about like getting them individually on eBay. So that's honestly really awesome in my opinion. And the set was really cool, definitely up there as one of my favorite Titan sets, along with Alien. I love the Star Trek figures a lot. A lot of Doctor Who sets are really good from them, the Cartoon Network sets, so many great stuff from Titans, and I honestly wish this company would go back to making figures, but that's a topic for a whole nother video, a whole nother day. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my full case unboxing of the Beatles Yellow Submarine figures from Titans. What'd you guys think? Do you guys have a favorite figure? My favorite figure, I don't know if I can really say that yet, because they all look great. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content on this channel, and this is Tyler from the Other Games channel, signing out. Hey everybody, something I just noticed while kind of cleaning up over here with this unboxing video. I forgot to double check the bags for accessories, because I noticed there's something missing on John's head here, his Sgt. Pepper uniform, and it's this little feather accessory right here, so my apologies about that. Let me just quickly try to put that on his hat. If I could do this with one hand, that is, and yep, I got it. My apologies. If there are any other accessories that I'm missing, I will, of course, film it and showcase it to you guys, and showcase to you how careless I am when it comes to not checking the bags for accessories. So, anyways, I will see you guys next time.